this connection, spiritual connection, is part of spiritual awakening. You get through that to get to your ancestors. They will get you through that. They will introduce you to that, so that the person they're introducing you to, like Lerato Lamoya, your soul partner, will be the one directing you towards them. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Remember that. Like I said, some people will go through that specifically, because remember, as people, even though we might become healers and stuff like that, the reason we are going through different kind of things is that sometimes, obviously, when you go through this path, the soul partner path, they will show you, your people will show you. This is where they'll do the slides for you. They'll do the slides for you in dreams or even in visions. They'll do slides for you to show you that you've gone through with this person for different kind of lifetimes with them. Remember, guys, when I'm saying this, the journey of the soul and stuff like that, like I said, this one, you will have to have gone through it to understand what I'm saying. They'll show you the slide like that, like that, like that. You'll understand why when you're meeting someone like that, all of a sudden you don't understand what is happening to you. That is Baratani Bamoya. So, it is intense. It is intense. It's not normal. It's not for the faint-hearted either. Now, how do people deal with that bit? Because this, like I'm saying, is not for the faint-hearted. How do people deal with it? How do we deal with it as people? Remember, for this one, you have your ancestors in the background. You have spirits and guides in the background guiding you, guiding this path. Remember that everyone is involved in it. They will be guiding this path. Guiding this path. Sound like this is getting serious when I was trying to be light with this one. I wanted to go light on this, but it's like I'm getting serious with it. But anyway, they'll be guiding this path, guys, in the background, because what they're doing is that everything that happens to you, before they come to you, when they're opening you up, they'll be using this person to do everything. Okay, let me just put it this way. You might have met someone, because they use people, physical people, right? You might have met someone, you separated with this person for a long time, you've never actually even thought about it and stuff like that. And boom, the dream comes, the ancestral dream comes, where they involve this person to open you spiritual, using the person of your, what they call it, the person that maybe you met before and you were in love, you didn't understand what kind of love it was. Maybe you met at a younger age, because sometimes these things happens differently for different people. Maybe you met at a young age, then boom, the dream comes. You start thinking about the person 24/7. You don't understand what is happening. That is Maratani Baboya I want to talk to you about. But that one, when it happens, guys, is nothing to do with sexual. That is the heartbeat. It is nothing to do with like you meeting. You're supposed to be meeting in that kind of sexual way. Even though you'll be the connection, you'll be feeling the feels where you want to jump to them. It's not supposed to be like that. If it happens to you, unfortunately, you'll be going through the feels. The early stages will be good. Yes, you'll be feeling good. The middle bit, that is when you start healing, when they start triggering you. Triggering means is that they'll be taking you back to you, where you're supposed to go deep within, so you can heal the bit of you that needs healing. Things that you've been suppressing. That is the ancestor spirits and guides tricks. They're using people to heal us, but they're using love. Now, when they're using these people, remember that the reason why they get you, they attract you, they get you so fast, is because that person, when they appear to you, when the moment they open your eyes spiritually, they open your eyes spiritually, meaning that you dream about them or you meet them and they activate that beat, like you remember something. Because at the early stages, you might not know that they're activating you. They activate you, right? You remember, what is this about this person? This person is making me feel the feels. right? They activate that bit of you. Once they've done that, guys, that is the end of you. Remember, you'll never be the same. Anyway, you'll be feeling the feels that you've never actually felt in living, I guess, you have never felt them, apart from probably you might have felt them spiritually, because the only way that anyone can have that kind of thing. Guys, this is the thing that if I'm explaining to you like this and you haven't gone through that road, your road was different. Your road was you got sick first. It is different. This road is when you get in love first. The ancestors, they use the love road. They introduce you to Lerato la Moya. It is messy. In a good way, it's a good way. Anyway, let me talk to you about what really happens. Remember that sometimes as people, I think I've mentioned this in one of the lives, as people, we have in ourselves, right? I might be like this, I might be like, you see me, I'm feminine and stuff like that, too much of it and stuff like that. When they introduce that person to you, that person is going to bring that part that is lacking, the masculinity bit. There's going to be something within you that they're balancing. They'll balance you properly. Like I'm saying, you'll never be the same. They are not coming for the kisses. They are coming to balance you properly. And what I'm saying they're not coming for the kisses is that you will be so obsessed because you'll be thinking about the kisses. Because obviously if your ancestors have used the Kundalini beat, they've actually made you feel the feels. Because remember, that's them. They're controlling all these things. The ancestors, spirits and guides. They're making you feel all these feels. Let me put it this way, guys, if you haven't actually, you don't understand what I mean. Remember that sometimes when ancestors, they want you to introduce you to a song. They will be playing a song for you. You will hear a song in your head. Maybe when they're teaching you about songs, or sometimes when they're teaching you about drums or the drum beats, they want you to play the drum beats this way. You'll be hearing the drum beats the way your ancestors want you to play them. They're just teaching you how to play drums. So you'll be just like this, hearing the drum beats the way they want you to play. Like, your ancestors are teaching you. Remember, they teach us like this. You'll be hearing, like, normally, like when you're hearing a music and stuff like that, you hear ancestors in your head singing a song like some sangoma song, meaning that they're teaching you that song. Right? They want you to write it down. You'll be singing it. You think you're hearing them in your head. Ancestors are singing. So first, before they do that, for this one, they get that person to get they get you to open that bit of you where you hear them through that person. They use the person to talk to you so that they open you up. Anyway, so that is just that one. That is when the ancestors are opening you up through the Baratani Bamoy. And like I said, you have no say in it. These things just happen to you. All you're doing there is just you're there listening like I'm doing. Nothing else. You cannot do anything. You're just going crazy. Other people, when they, like when I'm saying to you, like sometimes when people are going through, you're shedding layers, right? You're shedding layers, like people say, all these layers, like you're going to these kind of things where you do not want to be around people and stuff like that. When ancestors are getting you through this, Lerato la Moya, the soul partner, instead of you shedding the layers, ancestors are downloading, they are suffocating you with love. I am not talking about what you guys are thinking. What do you mean they're suffocating you with love? Well, how can someone suffocate you with love? This is spiritual, guys. When ancestors, they want you to hear them, they want you to listen to them, they want you to start your journey through this spiritual journey where you're going to be a healer or whatever you're going to be, helping people. They use love to open you up. Other people get sick. You your ancestors, they use love. Meaning that instead of you don't know what is happening to you, you're going, people, people are, instead of the other road, why people are going crazy, and I'm saying crazy in a good way. Remember, when I'm saying crazy, I mean in a good way. Remember, when you're going through this spiritual journey, things happen to you. Things happen to us first. But this time, it's not things happening to you first. It is love happening to you. Uncontrollable kind of intense love. Crazy kind of love that you cannot explain it. You're just going crazy and thinking about something. And ancestors, they're working, they're magic, they're using the chakra to make you feel the things that you've never felt before. You do not want to be around people. You just want to be there, enjoying whatever it is that the ancestors are introducing you to. That is what I'm talking about. So, remember, guys, we are gossiping with the truth of God. Now, other people don't actually understand that this is spiritual. Other people go crazy and they just want it to be physical. Because remember, guys, when they're doing this, you're going through the Barata Niva Moya road, it means that you will have someone physically that you're going to be focusing on. Because they have to focus you on someone physical. Like there's going to be a female or a male that the ancestors, they use, the physical living person that they use, so that your focus stay on that. They focus you on someone. I'm talking about when they're using love to awaken you. They're using love to open you up, spiritual. So now let's try to understand what this person is. Let's understand why ancestors do this. Why are they doing this? I mean, this one is crazy. Why are they doing this? Because remember, they're doing that in the early stages, right? They will do that to activate you, right? From there, then they withhold it. Where you're triggered, meaning that you have to now go through a healing process. That is when you go crazy, because you are no longer, you're going crazy with love. You're not able to be with the love of your life, and you're just going crazy. You think you're supposed to be with them and you cannot be with them. You don't understand that this is spiritual. But when you're going through that, what the ancestors are trying to do is that they want you to go within so that you can heal the bit that needs healing. But you will be chasing the chaser. You'll be chasing the physical person when you're supposed to be spiritually going within. So that is when it becomes a problem. That's why we're going to be talking about this today. So that, guys, if you're going through that road, you understand that this is spiritual. Right? I'm going to be helping you. I know some of you are crying a lot because you think you're supposed to be with the spiritual person, the physical person. But ancestors, they don't want you to be with the physical person. Ancestors, they want you to start healing. They want you to go deep and heal things that you were not being able to heal. And now they got you through love. Now, why is this happening, guys? Why is this happening to a lot of us? Especially when you're going through the what they call it, when you're going through the self-initiation. Because the only way that ancestors can get you to really go within the cave in your head and start asking yourself questions is by introducing you to that. Now, let's talk about it in two different ways. Remember, you can awaken through pain. Now, I'm not talking about awakening through pain. I'm talking about awakening through love. When I'm saying awakening through pain, means that you'll be going through the uncomfortable bit of things. But now, it's when you're awakening through the bubbly stages, the enjoyment. Oof. The love. That is what we are here about, to talk about that bit. So this person is like it's like your teacher, a female or male. Remember, it depends on whether you remember. Sometimes you can be a female and your people can introduce you to a female, or you can be a male and they introduce you to a male who will take you to your, for your spiritual growth. Or you can be a male and you're introduced to a female, or you can be a female and you're introduced to a male. So it really doesn't, that bit doesn't matter. It depends whether what needs to be balanced, because both of you both needs healing. You're gonna be healing the other bit of that person. That person is gonna be helping you heal the other bit. You are meeting to heal each other. Most of you, if you're going through the self-initiation route, they'll get you through love. It means that you probably were not thinking about someone, but the moment your ancestors, they open you spiritually, meaning that person get you dream about them. Remember, this is directed. Ancestors and spirits and guides, they're in the background directing this beat. You dream about that person, you start going crazy. You do not understand why this is happening. Even that person, because remember, they're there to help you. They're gonna meet you to activate you. They're gonna meet you, like you're gonna physically meet to activate each other. Or even if it's not physically meet, you're gonna have communication where you're activating each other. Like, as in, it's not gonna be just dreams. Guys, we're talking about things that as human beings we have no control of. His ancestors working this to help us so that we can start healing fast and then hear them properly. So they use these people so that we'll be able to hear them, we'll be able to sense. These people are used to open our sensory systems within us. Like, you can hear, you can smell, you can taste, you can touch. They use these people spiritually in the dream state. They will use them to open you bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Meaning that they'll use this person to open your hearing. So your hearing will be heightened. You'll be able to hear ancestors when they're talking to you. Auditory, you'll be able to hear them. When they say clear audience, you'll be able to hear them. They use this person. Sometimes you'll be like, this is the early stages when they're opening up. Sometimes you'll be like sitting down there, the tricks will happen where you hear. Sometimes when they're opening you, you're opening out the senses where you're supposed to smell things. You know, like sometimes, like as healers, you can, when all your senses are opened, you can smell things. You can smell water. You can smell if the ancestors used to be smoking. If they were living, they used to smoke. Whatever they used to do, if it was smelling, you can smell that, oh, this is the ancestor who's like, this is coming. So they'll use all these senses. They'll open you using this person. Ancestors, they're doing that to the living people. They'll use the person to open the senses. You'll be there. You'll be there. They'll use the person to be able, you know, like some healers, like when someone is about to come, so you can heal them. Okay, even I've got ancestors like that. Not me in person, I'm not like that, but I've got ancestors who are giving me gifts who are like that. Like they can tell you someone is gonna come. This person will be helping you do that. So the ancestors will use that person, meaning that they'll use them even in dreams, or even like you'll sense they're gonna be around. You'll sense it. That's when ancestors are opening up. You'll sense it. They will show you things in dream format, things that things that you need to be working on. They'll be using this person in the dream, telling you things that you need to work on. They'll be using a physical living person that you know, that you don't understand why. All of a sudden you're thinking about the person. They'll be using that person in dream state. That's what I'm talking about. Remember, we are gossiping with the truth. They'll be using this person in your dream to tell you all the messages that you need to hear. Those are your ancestors, spirits, and guides. They're getting you through life, and you don't understand why. All of a sudden, I have never felt, I have never heard, I've never sensed. It's ancestors, spirits, and guides. They're doing tricks on us. They're living. But it's a good way. Remember that this person is coming to help you spiritually grow. To help you spiritually grow. He's not supposed to come to make you go mental. How do you say it? Obviously, you're gonna go mental. I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth. You're gonna be obsessed. But they're gonna be helping you heal, right? That's the bit that is very important. They're gonna be helping you grow spiritually, meaning that you're gonna be reaching stages that you never thought you could reach with the direction of this person in your dream state. Now, why am I talking about this person today? It's because a lot of people think that this person, when they start dreaming about them, it is supposed to be physical. You're supposed to be playing hide and seek physically with the person. Love hide and seek. Oh, I'm gonna find you in the bedroom. Go and hide for 10 minutes, I'll be there. Find me lying down in bed waiting for you. This is spiritual, guys. This is spiritual stuff. This is when the ancestors are using you to make sure that you become the best you can be as a person, so that whatever you are here to do, you'll be able to do properly. That one. Remember that you can cry as much as you want to cry on this, because this is about the lovers. You cannot actually physically be lovers, but they are lovers as in spirit, and they are wishing. They are wishing that they were cuddling. This is one of those journeys that is messy. It is good. I'm saying it is messy because it's messy because if you do not know that this is spiritual, you're gonna be physically trying your tricks. You're gonna be physically trying your tricks to be around people you're not supposed to physically be around. But anyway, since this one is not something that you guys this is not something you can control, even with Muti. This one you cannot even do anything with Muti. Muti, you can go and get Muti. Guys, I advise, if you want you just want to waste money, you go to a healer for Muti. This one is spiritual. You cannot control it with Muti. Like I said, this is like one of those things, like when they say with ancestors, when they say no one can steal your gifts. No one can steal your gifts, meaning that no one can spiritually steal your gifts. No one can spiritually go reach your ancestors and force your ancestors to give them your gifts. It is the same as with this Baratani Bamoya. Physically, you cannot do anything, because remember, the whole thing is spiritually connected. Physically, they're using this person physically, so you know that this is the person of your dream, right? But everything that happens spiritual. Physically, you can try, because a lot of people, they try that trick. They try to get the love potion, to get thinking that they're going to get the person back. Because at the early stages, like I said, guys, it's something that you do not know what is happening. You cannot control. It's not normal. It's abnormal kind of things. These things that are happening to you, you do not actually understand what you're supposed to be doing. So, and you cannot be with the people that you're thinking about 24/7. You do not understand what is happening with you. You cannot think. You cannot face reality. You don't understand what is happening to you. What you want to do now, since the person you're trying to be with them, they do not want to be with you. Anyway, what do? You're thinking, okay, maybe I should get Muti. I should try and get the love potion so I can get this person back. Money you will waste. You will waste a lot of it, because this is not something that is controlled physically. It's nothing physical, guys. It is, the tricks happen spiritual. But in dream format, in dream state, they will be telling you everything that you need to be told. Everything that is happening. What is delaying everything? Why you're not even there? Why there's you don't understand each other physically. They will tell it to you in dream state. You'll tend to understand everything in dream state. Remember that the way we talk to ancestors in dream state. Yeah, ancestors. This is if you were to put it in another way, that would be nice if for those people who are going crazy about this journey, especially the Baratan Baboya journey. Just think about this person as a living ancestor. Because they are working spiritually with ancestors. They might as well just be called ancestors. Because what the hell is that? What kind of love is that? That is ancestrally controlled. And physically you're crazy. And physically you cannot do any tricks. Spiritually is the people doing the tricks. Ancestor spirits and guides, including him spiritual. Hey, let me tell you what the ancestors say this person is like. Remember they told me what this thing is about. They say this is your ex-wife. It is, like when they say the journey of the soul, like you've got one person sharing, you've got two people sharing one day. You might ask, what do I mean by that? I mean that this is the sacred kind of relationship. It's not even a relationship, it's connection. Because how do you call something a relationship if you actually cannot be in a relationship physically, but you can only just wish, see them walking past, or just be daydreaming. And anyway, talking about the daydreaming, remember that this in the early stages, because obviously ancestors, they want you concentrating, so they will suffocate you with the love, uncontrollable love, right? And then they dim it, they cool you down a bit. When they cool you down a bit, you might be wondering what the hell is happening. Obviously they cool you down a bit so that you can hear. That's when the triggering process happens.